If you are a speaker and you want to audition for a TED Talk, please listen to this podcast and take notes because this will be a game changer for you. Tonight we're talking about 3 reasons that TEDx isn't for speakers. I wanted to title this 3 reasons that TED doesn't want speakers, but in reality, most of the people who audition for a TED Talk are actually speakers, and most people that are declined for a TED Talk are speakers. Here are 3 reasons why. Number 1, speakers are not TED Talk candidates. Why is that? Because a speaker is one thing. A speaker is a profession, whether it's motivational in nature, whether you get on stage and you motivate at sales conferences, you walk the stage. We've all seen those speakers. Some of them hand out money. In fact, I know a speaker, one of the top in the world. He makes $3 million a year. He hands out dollar bills. He's kind of like a motivational guru type speaker. Everybody laughs when he hands out dollar bills, when he asks a question and they get the answer right. And that's not a TED Talk speaker. In fact, he wouldn't even make it past audition. The reason is because speakers have been trained or have a mindset of a speaker. Speakers want to get on stage, walk, engage the audience, be great presenters, and that just isn't what a TED Talk is. So TED is, by its very definition, ideas worth spreading. Someone who delivers a TED Talk or who auditions because they have a powerful humanitarian or world-changing idea. A speaker may speak to an audience about productivity or sales. They may use a personal story. They may be funny. They may be a comedian, or they might be a salesman who now is on stage selling books or talking about their topic, such as how to increase sales in your organization within 90 days. So a speaker is not a TEDx candidate. The person on the TED stage actually has a powerful idea. It's all about the idea. Reason number 2 that TED organization even states that speakers are not ideal. This is not something that a speaker should apply for just because they're a speaker. Reason number 2, no selling from the stage. And that in itself is within the 10 commandments of 10, the ground rules. You will get booted off the stage if you even make it past audition for selling anything from the stage, even subtly. And the reason that speakers are defined as someone who does that is because by their very nature, speakers are paid to speak. That's their profession. Now, TED Talks are very valuable to a speaker's career. So a lot of speakers don't think that they need one. Maybe it's not even been on their radar. I know for me, it was like my last goal. I had already, had a publishing company, sold books of my own to major publishers. And I had a goal to deliver a TED Talk because I had a big idea and I wasn't selling anything. So they don't, even if you're selling something or you're a paid speaker, that's great. Just know that the TEDx stage is not for you if you're going to try to subtly sell your book instead of an idea, if you're going to try to sell something based on your organization. It just won't work. They can sniff out who's selling right away. So reason number 3 why TEDx would not be for speakers is simply that a lot of speakers who've spent years honing their craft can't understand exactly what that means in order to present a TED Talk to an audience that is actually not there. For speakers, they engage the audience. Speakers are taught to engage the audience, to smile, to laugh, to do exercises. In my years coaching speakers to be TED Talk presenters, it's been almost impossible, not impossible, but almost impossible to coach and convince them not to engage the audience. When you walk in to a TED Talk, for instance, you're standing on a red circle. Even though I've repeated this information multiple times, many speakers will say to me, oh, here's my run-in music. I'm going to run in on stage to this music, and it's going to be Rocky, or it's going to be Eminem's Monster. The thing is you can't think like a speaker and achieve a TED Talk, because TED is about ideas worth spreading. When you deliver a TED Talk, you're standing on the red circle. You do not have any walk-in or run-in music. You do not engage the audience, because the audience is inside a camera 11 years from now in Indonesia, Singapore, Iowa, or New York. Meaning, if you deliver your TED Talk next month and you try to engage the audience in the local room by making them or yourself more comfortable by making a joke, laughing, talking about the weather, you are completely ruining, isolating the audience experience. You are isolating an audience that needs to feel as if you are delivering that idea, that message directly to them. Do not engage the audience. Do not talk about the local weather. Look right into the camera, deliver your idea, stand on the red circle, and be as forceful and powerful a TEDx presenter as possible by thinking to yourself, I have an idea that will change the world. And if you have an idea that will change the world, stand still, take a deep breath, be serious, and deliver that idea to the world. Because a decade from the day you deliver your TED Talk, someone will be watching it. And that's why speakers aren't necessarily the best candidates for TED or TEDx. Now, we have no affiliation for the TEDx organization other than being a license holder of TEDx, hosting auditions and having a panel of judges in the past, and having a coaching program and helping people through it. So I am not speaking for the CEO of TED. But if you have familiarized yourself with the rules already, then you understand that it's right there in their rules, that you shall not sell from stage. It says on their website that speakers are not encouraged. This is not a speaking event to sell books. TED is about ideas worth spreading. I really hope that this helps you secure your TED Talk. I hope that you can modify your speaking slightly to be less motivational, more serious, more focused on the person that you haven't yet met than the ones in the room. And to that point, one tip: if you have any kind of power failure, PowerPoint issue, or clicker technology issue during your talk, just continue on. You've got 15 or so minutes to deliver your talk. Continue on. You've got to have it memorized anyways, and chances are you'll have a teleprompter, but you've got to go ahead and continue on with the whole process and just deliver your talk. Don't mess it up. Don't talk about what you normally would as a speaker, because speakers have the flexibility to say, okay, let's take a 5-minute break, audience, and let us fix this technology, and then you come back in 5 minutes. This is not a conference. This is not a speaking engagement. This is not anything a speaker has normally dealt with in the past. This is a TED Talk. So you don't do any of that. You just memorize your talk, deliver it, and if you believe in your idea, the audience will too. Go get them, World Changers. You've got this. This is Tammy Kling with Voices Speakers Bureau, giving you tips to land your audition soon.